Most people assume that the biggest threat to a neighborhood during a crisis is a lack of resources, and they worry about running out of water or losing power or defending against outside pressure. But history shows us a completely different reality. The absolute biggest threat to any community is internal human friction. It's ego or miscommunication and the underlying drama that quietly breaks a group apart from the inside out. If a group of families tries to navigate a difficult season using modern politics or majority rules, voting, or top-down pressure, the network will fracture before a crisis even arrives. So, if human friction is the real threat to our survival, how do we stay unified? Welcome to the Fearless Household. I am Michelle. If we want our families and our neighborhoods to withstand the pressures of an uncertain world, we have to adopt a completely different approach to making decisions. In the early Christian church, they didn't hold political elections or force decisions on one another. The scriptures say that they operated in one accord. That means that they moved forward in total unified agreement, ensuring that everyone's agency was completely preserved. Inside a Fearless Pod, we practice this pattern through our decision-making framework: voice, vote, value. Now, this isn't a political setup or a neighborhood association meeting. In fact, a pod doesn't have a traditional boss or a president. Instead, meetings are guided by a servant and a record keeper. The servant doesn't decide outcomes or push a personal agenda. Their sole responsibility is to act as a facilitator, keeping order, protecting individual agency, and making sure that every single voice is witnessed. The actual process follows three distinct phases that are designed to prioritize patience over pressure. So the first phase is voice, where everyone contributes. Before any decision is tested, the servant invites every person in the room to speak in turn. There's no cross-room debate, there's no persuasion, and absolutely no interruptions. You are strictly limited to sharing a new idea, supporting an existing one, or stating a specific concern. So this stage is not about winning an argument. It is just about witnessing hearts and collecting the collective wisdom of the people in the room. The second phase is the vote, where everyone consents as we seek discerning unity. Now, the vote isn't democracy or majority rule. It's simply asking, have we reached sufficient unity to move forward together? So the servant listens through as many rounds of voice as it takes and watches for broad alignment and a genuine sense of peace rather than urgency or fear. And only when that peace is present do we test our unity. So agreement must be unanimous. Each person chooses to either consent or withhold consent. And if someone withholds consent, they don't need to defend themselves. There's absolutely no penalty or social stigma. The idea simply goes to sleep for a while so that it can be revised and improved later. No outcome is ever forced because unity cannot be coerced. The final phase is value, where everyone contributes through active stewardship. Now, this is where the decision transforms into implementation, ownership, and responsibility. Stewardship and resources remain in the hands of those who create and care for them, voluntarily offered for the good of the community so that the pod stays balanced without anyone overgiving or burning out. The ultimate safeguard of this entire model is simple. Nothing is ever rushed. True unity is built by light and clarity, not speed. So if fear or urgency are driving a decision, then the discussion will immediately pause. Now, this type of communication is a completely new skill for most of us, and I'm guessing that you're not buying into it 100% yet. It takes practice to break our old habits of debating and arguing. But because we want your community to succeed from day one, we're not going to leave you to figure this out on your own. As your Fearless Pod begins to form and establish itself through our platform, we provide personalized in-person assistance to help you workshop this exact model. We're going to provide a foundational training video for your group to watch, and then I will personally travel out to facilitate your first live workshop in person. I am fully consecrating my time to this effort. Right now, we just ask pods to help cover some basic travel costs to get me there, with the ultimate goal being for our water purification business to completely fund these workshops as it grows. I want to give you the practical tools and the hands-on training that you need to move toward real, unshakable unification right from the start. Trust me, I know it sounds impossible. This can and will happen. So this week, I want you to take a look at how your household handles decisions right now. Are you moving in fear and pressure, or are you practicing patience and consent? To begin finding the families who want to build this kind of safe haven with you, head over to thefearlesshousehold.com, complete your free stewardship audit, and join a Fearless Pod. Once a pod is orderly and unified, the next practical question is, how do we actually move resources and requests and help between households without keeping score or running into financial friction? So next time, we are diving into a standalone episode on the stewardship exchange, where we will reveal exactly how our pod app handles donations and exchanges cleanly, so your neighborhood can seamlessly share strength without the decay of dependency or leaching. Thank you so much for being here. Stop stockpiling and start connecting. I'll see you next time.